Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Paranormal Central. Broadcasting live from the bottom left-hand corner of the Nevada Triangle in a city called Fresno, California. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeffrey Gonzalez. I am your host for the show. I'm also the founder of a group called the Sanger Paranormal Society. Been investigating the paranormal going over 14 years. Yep, that long. Been doing it a long time. So I'm just not up here talking about it. I'm actually living it. I got a team. One member of the team is sitting right there, Mr. Alan Thomas.
Hi, y'all. How you doing? I'm trying to log in.
Bringing us in on the keys, Mr. Ryan Bardellis, better known as Neon the Unknown. I think we got everything situated from last week. We had some problems, but now we're all together. We're going live, Facebook Live, and live stream at the same time. Go figure. So I'm watching actually the chat on Facebook here, and Mr. Alan Thomas is watching the live stream chat over there. So welcome everybody. If this is your first time, where in the heck have you been? I've been doing this for 10 years.
What's the password?
And been doing this for 10 years, man. You believe that? 10 years.
10. Count them.
10. Cinco y cinco is 10. So, thank you for showing up wherever you are around the world. Literally, we have fans around the world. We're now at 67,100 subscribers on Livestream, our network. 67,000. Yeah, I'm blown away. I am blown away. We are bringing in about 150 per day, and we're going to hit 70,000 here probably by next week. Incredible. We're like in the top 3% in live stream, which is crazy. You can watch us on Roku as well. So if you have Roku, go and search in live stream, and then once you get to live stream, search Paranormal Central, and then you can bring us up and watch us on your 60-inch screen in your family room if you have that large TV. It looks really good. We're broadcasting 1080 HD quality video for you. So, all right. Thank you for showing up wherever you are. I appreciate it. You know, we are broadcasting live on Monday today, only because yesterday I was out of town, and we are on a Monday at 7 o'clock. And I hope everybody got the message, because everybody knows it's Sundays at 6 o'clock p.m. West Coast time, Pacific time. All right. Well, if you have not seen us or heard about us, like I said, we've been doing this for 10 years. We investigate. We're investigators. All right. We investigate. We go looking for Bigfoot. We go looking for UFOs. We go into. But people need help when their homes or businesses, and they think it's haunted, like spooky, then we will go out there and see if we can assist. And you probably are going, what do you mean assist, Jeff? Well, we also have a psychic team, a family who can actually get rid of evil in people's homes, people's businesses, if they want that to happen. We also here can do it as well, but now we have a bigger team, and we can really get to it and get rid of evil. And we don't charge. It's just that, we're here to help people. And there you go. So, all right. Again, thank you guys for showing up wherever you are. Thank you for showing up on a Monday, because I know it's for all those who work today, like moi. Danny right now is barely getting off work, and he's probably rushing home because he wants to see his favorite show of all time that he's not on anymore. Loser. So, all right. So what's going on, Ryan?
What's up?
How you doing over there?
Good. Just making sounds.
Yeah, making some sounds, spooky sounds. Yeah. Last week we had some technical difficulties. As you know, we have a new system in here, and so we got it all tuned in now.
Right? Except for I must be doing something wrong.
You can't get on live stream? I know we're on live stream.
Yeah, you're on. The camera's on.
Yeah.
Only I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Oh, it's saying a paranormal, not society. Saying a paranormal at. So, all right. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get in it, man. Let's go ahead and get in it. We were gonna have again the camera guy for the TV show didn't show up today. I guess he got tied up someplace, and there's nothing I can do about that. So I have some things I want to talk about, and I want to take calls. You know, last week we left off on a very cool subject. It was sort of kind of nasty on my part because it had to do with DNA and, you know, just DNA in itself and what I think when people exchange DNA in cells and stuff.
Oh, about the women.
Yeah. Well, because, you know, me and my wife, we tend to finish our sentences and all that kind of stuff. And so it's like there's got to be a reason for that. It just doesn't happen like that. You know what I'm saying? I was wondering if two people were to exchange organs, like two guys, or a guy and a girl. Let's say the guy gave the girl the liver and the girl gave the guy the pancreas or something. You know what I'm saying? I wonder, because when you have twins, they say twins they finish their sentences, they can, blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? It's because they share the same, I believe, the same cells and DNA. Or not different DNA, obviously, but there's something there that allows them to click. What if two people were to exchange organs? Do you think maybe they would be able to read their minds and after a while absorb that cell? You know what I'm saying?
Wow, I wonder if they tried that.
No, I don't. I've
think
never
the
heard.
government maybe has tried that.
You would, and if they have, it's on a down low. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I would say that would be a cool science experiment. If anybody wants to go out there and exchange organs with somebody else, I think that would be very cool.
I'll take a kidney.
Kidney? You
Really?
need a
Extra
kidney
one?
already? How old are you?
Any kidneys out there?
Really?
No,
You need,
no, I'm just kidding.
oh, shit. I was going, damn it, dude. We just got you and we're going to lose you now? So,
Not if we get him a kidney.
so, all right. So right on. So let's go. You know, there's some stuff I want to talk about. You know, in a little bit, I want to get calls. I want you guys to call in, and I want you guys to spill your guts. No cussing involved. I want you guys to tell me stuff that you have seen, that you have heard, some questions you might have about paranormal, about us. I want to hear you guys. I don't care where you're calling in from. You know, the farther the better. I would love to. I just want to hear from our fans, and I know we have a lot of fans out there, and I know you guys have questions. I know you guys have seen things, and you guys are probably bashful to call in. No one knows. You're not going to be on a screen any place. No, obviously they hear your voice, but I want to hear from you in a little bit. Okay, so you know, if you have to go and take a couple of shots of tequila, do it now. Because I want you a little bit buzzed to get you to dial the phone number. Let me give that phone number right now. Area code 559 916. No, I got too many phone numbers. 559 287 8367. 559 287 8367. The last four numbers represent UFOS. What happened?
Dead. Live stream's dead.
Then reset it. Then, you know, get out of it and come back. All right. So, again, we're gonna take calls in a little bit.
Might be dead on other people's too.
Why would it be?
Don't know.
Okay, let me see. Hold on. Let me go over here. Airplane video. You're right. Hold on here. Why? Hold on here. Airplane video. What the hell? For some reason, live stream is not playing.
But Facebook is.
Yeah, I'm assuming so. Let me go to Facebook. Watch. Oh, it says okay, watching on both Facebook and live stream. But for some reason, live
stream's not working.
Yeah, live stream's not working. Are you guys watching us on live stream right now? Can you guys somehow? Well, obviously I can't see chat because it's not going. It says 12 viewers, but oh wait, hold on.
says 51 on here, but this says live stream's fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's what
All right.
they're saying.
Okay. That's cool.
Mine's not.
I don't know why you can't get on, dude.
I'll figure it out.
I don't know. So, okay. Just a really quick. I know this had nothing to do with paranormal, but for some reason, us people in Fresno and in Sanger area are crazy people. And for those who are Dodger fans out there, there was, a couple nights ago, I guess this older lady, a grandmother, was at the baseball stadium at Dodger Stadium, and she was dancing and blah blah blah, and sort of kind of pulled up her top and showed her bra, blah blah blah. Well, that's my cousin's grandma, by the way, from Sanger.
Told you I was afraid of your family.
Like, gee Louise. So, all right. So, okay, let's get into it. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. How many of you have seen that movie? And all you guys better be raising your hands, because if I see one of you out there not raising your hands, man, I don't even want to know who you are. All right, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. That is probably my favorite movie of all times. I went to the theater to see that back in the 70s.
And we should rent out a drive-in and have a drive-in party.
Okay, well, let's go sort of kind of that way. In November is the 40th anniversary. Was that right? 40th anniversary of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I want to have a screening. I'm going to go to one of these theaters, and I'm going to ask them if we can have a private screening for all our fans. Obviously, you have to pay.
Right, yeah.
So we'll do it like at 12 midnight someplace. You can probably set up. We'll have Ryan set up out in the corner, and you know, while we're waiting for the movie and stuff, you can be playing your keys and giving us some ambient music going on.
I wonder if the Maya would let us do it. That brand new one.
Well, we'll have to ask. And we'll just be a Paranormal Central get together. Obviously you all pay. You have to pay. It's not gonna be free. You pay. Basically you're gonna pay the regular ticket price. It's not gonna be above and beyond and extra just because we're gonna be there. Blah. No, we don't do that. But I want all our fans to show up, and let's have a party someplace for the anniversary of the Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Are we all in? So when I say I'm going to make it happen, I'm going to make it happen. So it's going to happen here in Fresno, California. I know a lot of you guys out there around the United States are probably going, oh, I want to go. I am so sorry. But you know what? I can go Facebook Live with what we have right now. We can do Facebook Live for you there at the theater to show you what we're doing and all that, to keep you guys.
You could actually turn it towards the movie, too. I
don't think they'll allow that to happen, because that's like copyrighted on the movie itself and the soundtrack, and I'm saying no, I don't think they'll allow us to do that. But I will, because with this camera setup that we have now, it's mobile, and I can take this wherever I want to go, and we can shoot Facebook Live, and we can show you the audience. We can get up and do some presentation, talking beforehand a little bit. Ryan will play some keys. We'll get the PA system in there, and we'll have a great old time. All right. So that's what we're going to do in November. So for those who are in the Central Valley of California or want to fly out to this event, keep watching and listening to us here at Paranormal Central, and I will keep you informed. November's a long ways away. We still have a long time, to go. But they're going to re-release it in the theaters. That's why I'm going to do this. It's not that I'm going to play it for my DVD. Sony is actually going to re-release the movie in high definition, I think. And that's why they're doing this.
Man, we at the IMAX.
So I am going to make this happen for Paranormal Central fans. Okay,
wouldn't that be bad? The IMAX theater, the whole thing flying over.
Oh, well, they would have to. Yeah, that I don't know if they have. Back then, it was. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
George Lucas. FX. So I don't know if the Close Encounters actually had that type of system back then. I know Star Wars did, but. When did Star Wars happen? I mean, it was after Close Encounters. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know exactly what year.
77 or something like that.
I was thinking 78.
78.
Yeah.
And
right
so
I don't know when they did.
So 1740. So it was 77 for Close Encounters, a year after. So maybe they can still make it happen. Knowing George Lucas and Spielberg, I'm pretty sure they're gonna get together and they're gonna freaking tweak that sucker and they're gonna make those sounds killer. The doo, 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 doo. You can start learning that, Brian. Doo, 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 doo.
Okay, so Close Encounters was 1977.
1977. Yep,
Let's
40
see, Star
years.
Wars,
40 years.
A New Hope.
So,
Dang, that's when I got married.
Ooh, both the same year, 77. You were right.
really on Star Wars?
Yeah, both 77.
Yeah, it was when I got married. I know that the year I got married, Star Wars.
You better remember that.
Yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
just shit creek, dude.
Look at that. So that means 40 years.
40 years. You've been married 40 years.
Wow, I wonder if we share DNA.
Right now, she's probably sending you a message going like this.
Yeah, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Asshole.
You're losing your leg. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. So, all right. Okay, so we're going to do that for all of our fans here in the Central Valley, in Fresno, actually. We're going to hold a private screening in one of the theaters. I will make it happen. It's not going to be free. You will pay for the regular ticket, but I'm gonna have them it'll only be for Paranormal Central fans. Trust me, and we'll sell that sucker out. Easy.
Oh, yeah,
Easy.
Yeah.
And hope maybe I can get somebody high up in the ladder to come down to watch it. And I'm not gonna tell you who, because I don't know who yet, but I have a feeling I know who I can.
Somebody that was in the
Oh,
movie.
wait. No, not that. Okay, we just thought of somebody, and I'm not going to say anything because it's just I can't. So I got. I trust me. If I can make this happen, holy smokes. Okay, all right. So Close Encounters of the Third Kind in November. I will make it happen, and just keep watching us for more details.
So Dan Dillman's gonna do it. Is that what you guys are saying?
Oh, Dan is down on listening right now. Is he gonna do it?
Somebody, Cindy.
Oh, Cindy, yeah, since she's from over there.
Oh, she says that she asked if he would invite us. I'm sure he would,
But if they're going to do it the same night, because if they're going to do it an opening night,
maybe we could do two of them, one over there and then one over here.
That would be cool.
Because we have a lot of fans over there,
Right.
as well as over here.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good possibility. Do like one weekend here and one weekend over there, and we can just do a little trip. Oh yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, okay, that would be cool. All right, Cindy, work on it. Call Dan. Say, hey, this is what the guys at Paranormal Central are going to do. You should do it, and they'll come out here and help you out. All right, check this out, you guys. An elderly lady. I'm going to read it to you. This is from Yosemite. Now, where's Yosemite?
Where everybody gets lost.
Everybody gets lost, right? So we got some noise coming from one of your boards.
Waterfall.
There you go. I'll bring you up so that way. Okay, cool. A Groveland resident, Carol Morgan, 85 years old. Keep that in mind. 85 years old. Who had been missing since, Wednesday afternoon, which was last week, was located safe this evening, which was 24 hours later. Now, Sergeant Andrea Benson with the Tuolumne County Sheriff's Office reports just before 8 p.m. the Sheriff's Office received a call from a resident who had seen a woman and a dog matching the description of Carol and Gigi walk out into the Mueller Drive. Search and rescue teams rushed over to the 12,000 block of Mueller Drive and confirmed that indeed it was the woman and the dog, Carol and Gigi. Now, so big deal. What's so big deal about this? Well, she's 85 years old. She went missing the day before, and she has Alzheimer's, and she walked into the forest and got lost. And they had search parties searching for her, blah, 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 blah. 24 hours later, she comes walking out of the forest with Gigi, a dog or cat, I don't know what it is. And they spot her, and they ask her, where have you been? And she goes, what do you mean, where have I been? I was in the forest walking Gigi. And she goes, you were gone for 24 hours. And she goes, no, I was only gone for 10 minutes.
Missing time.
10 minutes.
Oh, you know what? I think I read that, and she also was not dirty.
She was correct. She was absolutely spotless clean. There was no dirt on her. She was,
Just like she was only gone 10 minutes.
yes. And that's why she was going, no, I was only gone for about 10 or 15 minutes. No, you were gone 24 hours. She goes, no, I wasn't. Oh, yes, you were. And she's like, what? Is that crazy?
That's just like Travis Walton.
Is that crazy?
He's like, you've been gone 5 days. No, I haven't. He says, feel your beard. And then he goes,
But check it out, though. If you were to go into the forest and get lost for 24 hours, especially at nighttime, I would be like,
dirty.
I would be dirty because I would be snuggling and trying to get, warm in the ground, or you know what I'm saying? And she had a white shirt on.
right, and pants.
And pants, but there was no dirt on her.
Yeah.
Like she was completely clean. Like she went and came back. That's Yosemite, you guys. Freaking Yosemite, where all the missing people happen.
See, that proves that it's not all Bigfoot. Because if
True.
it would have Bigfoot, she would have
She
been
would have
dirty.
gone. She would have been
Yeah.
gone. She would have never came back. Right. So they can't figure it out. Now they say she has Alzheimer's, but still that doesn't mean anything. Right? So what do you think? UFO? Abduction? Abduction. I'm thinking so. Or, well, what else could
Or
it be?
she walked into some kind of a
Portal.
Portal, yeah.
That was, that was my first choice.
Yeah. Portal?
Because this weekend I did some reading on some of the Cherokee traditions, and fables and myths and all that. And one of the things that I noticed is if it's dealing with the Tsukaloo, the Bigfoot that the Cherokee called Bigfoot, or the little people, or anything like that, they the people go in where they're living at, and get taken in where these people or these things live.
Okay.
And they think that they're only 15 minutes, and then when they come out, they might have been gone 3 months.
I see. I think we did a story about the little people and going to a tree or something. But yeah.
Yeah, same as like Rip Van Winkle.
Right.
Fell asleep, took a nap, woke up 20 years or something like that.
Right.
But he thought he was only just took a nap.
Right. Trip, dude. But see, that made the news. This is not something that you just heard on the internet. This made the news. People are talking about this. They can't. How can you debunk something like this? It's supernatural crap, man. I mean, come on.
That is.
That is. She said I was only gone for 10, 15 minutes. No, you're gone for a whole 24 hours. That just blows my mind. And she's probably tripping out. I wish I had a picture. Go and Google this, you guys. Missing Groveland woman found safe. Yosemite. Her name is Carol Morgan. Oh, Cheryl's last name. Carol Morgan, 85.
Really? Is that her maiden name?
Yeah, Morgan. She's a pirate. She's related to the pirates.
Captain Morgan.
Captain Morgan. Actually, that's what they said. She's related to Captain Morgan.
Whoa.
Right? Wifey. So okay.
She said you're gonna die in 2 seconds. No, I'm just kidding.
She's gonna come in with a sword.
Sword and an eye patch.
So, something else. Okay, this is good spooky stuff here. Astonishing rise in demand for exorcisms are putting mental health at risks. Supposedly, there's a lot of people that are whacking out lately, and they think that it's demon possession. Right, and they're taking them to psychiatric wards and stuff like that. But it's not that.
They're levitating and stuff.
There's something else going on here, and I kind of mentioned that. Why all of a sudden all this? Yeah, why? I get a lot of calls, you guys, from people who are experiencing some crazy shit. As a matter of fact, today I got called in. You guys know I work for AT&T. My first ticket was at a school in just say over here, close to my house. And somebody had told me about the building in there, and I told you about the building that was haunted. So luckily the the wife just came in here and said, "Arg."
Scandinavian too.
Yeah. Okay, Blondie. So I went to the. He took me into that particular building, and I went in there and I tried to call out the ghost. Well, for those who don't know, as a matter of fact, Danny. Oh, okay. Let's segue into that, but let's concentrate on this one first. The night custodians at this particular school, and it's a brand new school, mind you. We're talking only 7 years old, all right, something like that. And teachers are hearing doors open in the restroom. They'll be in next door. The two teachers will be in one classroom, and then in the classroom there's nobody in. The cabinets will open and slam, and then the water will turn on. All right, and the night custodian said that he had to go get a vacuum cleaner in there. Which he goes, damn it, you guys know, don't leave those in the middle. He's heard about that shit and he's seen stuff. So he starts to walk to the front door, and then all of a sudden, this black shadow went like this up to the window and then backed off like this. And he went, oh, hell no. And that actually happened to him. He's like, holy smokes. He tried. He talked with the school district to see if he can get us in there, but they won't. And I can understand.
Nobody would take their kids there anymore.
We're talking a government facility, a school. You know, there's a lot of superstition people out there who, if they heard their school was haunted, they would take their kids out and take them to another school. So that cannot happen. Now, segue to Danny Valderrama. He had told me this before, and last week he verified and said there's a school that he, on one of his drops out, I'm just going to say south of Fresno, this school is haunted. So
does anybody know what's on these grounds?
No. Like, for example, the school over here that I went to today, it just used to be a field back in the day.
Yeah.
You know? So you don't know if, and I'm not saying this happened, but what if, I mean, we're talking 1800s, maybe 1900s, maybe somebody buried somebody out there underneath that particular building, or somebody killed somebody and walked out to the field and buried them.
Anything could have happened a long time ago.
Yeah, oh yeah, and you don't know.
It could have been brought. It could have been brought for something somebody brought to the school. You know what I mean? Like a thing.
Oh, I never.
An artifact.
I never thought about that.
What if they have like a ancient artifact or an old artifact in that class?
You know what? And I did ask the janitor. Has anybody brought in anything that? Holy crap! One of the teachers, I remember, had some Egyptian stuff on one of the cabinets. Dude. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a little more research on that. Yeah, I never thought about that.
I bet that's what it is.
I never thought about that.
Man, remember what was this? Remember the one where we went out and the lady said the UFO was like right there?
Oh, that was
that was a
Rosie
school too.
A Rosie. The UFO was hovering over the school, and she went out and was observing it the day after. She said 4 helicopters were flying over in formations and doing something. I'm thinking they were probably taking some type of readings or something. But yeah, I mean, this is the stuff we're getting out here, and it's awesome because people are actually calling us on it. But Danny is going to actually have one of the janitors call in, and I think it's going to be next week.
Cool.
But he cannot name the school.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I hate this, and I'll tell you why. My intent here is when somebody has a story, especially locally, I want them sitting down right there on that couch so you can see them, so you know this is not BS. But unfortunately, when it comes to situations like this where I just can't bring the people in or show them because of it's a school.
Right.
We can't. So I want them to tell the story, and I'm gonna put them on the phone, and I want them to tell you what's been happening at the school. And then so that way you guys, because I think it's going to be cool if he, and I think Danny's going to make it happen. And if you don't make it happen, all right. So
Man, I should go over to Fashion Fair and talk to some of the guys.
right.
Because Fashion Fair is way haunted.
Oh, I thought you told me you used to be a security guard there.
Yeah, I bet I could get some of the security to call in too.
I'll try it.
You know, they might not be able to say who they are or anything,
Right.
but only they can still tell the story.
Well, hopefully they won't get in trouble, because if they find out and they go back and they listen to the show and say, "Hey, that's Martin on there. I know his voice," they get in trouble. So, all right, let's talk
we'll
about
just put a sock in his mouth.
let's talk about the exorcisms. Why has it been on the uprising? It has.
know.
It has been.
Everything's on the uprise, though. Everything.
Yeah, everything is increasing. And now, is it because, let's just say 40 years ago, when we didn't have the internet, people didn't know what was happening across town or in the city or the town next to them, because people, there's no way of communicating. But now, since you have the availability of Facebook, messaging, texting, people talk, everybody you walk outside, everybody has a cell phone, everybody's on Facebook, man. So everybody is talking. And that's why I believe word is getting out. Now, is it because everybody's spreading the news that, hey, there's a haunted house over here, we're having this happen over here? Or has it been like that all this time, but now just because of all the communications that we have with each other, we know it more now?
I think it's always been happening.
Okay.
And we know it more. But I also think things are even happening more. Like earthquakes. There's more. There's
Montana, Yellowstone.
Oh my God, dude. That
5.6 or 5.8.
And then they just did they put out a letter in Washington and Oregon, tsunami alert, just in case, because
What?
all the earthquakes are going to put pressure on that one. And they're saying they're expecting a 9.0
For Seattle?
for the whole
Oregon, Seattle,
Oregon
that
and
way,
California.
Washington. Well, that's some crazy stuff there.
And mostly because Yellowstone keeps going off.
Right, there's been a lot of earthquakes lately. Now, is it maybe because there's a disturbance in the force? Meaning Planet X is coming this way and the gravitational pull is being pulled and it's activating a lot of these volcanoes. I mean, there's a lot of volcanoes going off, especially in the Ring of Fire.
So how many people have hit you up about flat Earth?
Oh, I knew you were going to go there. Yeah, flat Earth.
They've been bugging me. I mean, like, not
Why?
bugging me, but
What flat Earth? Really, guys? Do you guys really think there's a flat Earth out there?
I even had my own grandkids come in the other day, and they were going, "We believe in flat Earth,
Jeez,
and you
Louise.
can't change our mind." It's like, what?
Is he doing that just to piss you off?
I don't know. First thing I did was get on there and I did a lunar eclipse. Okay, so
Okay.
the lunar eclipse shows the shadow of the Earth on the moon, and guess what?
Right.
It's a circle. It's not a flat. It's not flat. It's a
Right.
round thing,
Right.
right? It's just
Well, maybe the flat Earth is a round flat Earth.
yeah, but then we're
I'm just joking, guys. I don't believe in the flat Earth business.
We're
Joking.
sideways then. We're sitting sideways.
There was a cartoon somebody put it on there. If the Earth was flat, all the cats would have been knocking shit off the Earth a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, I think there would actually be some killer pictures. Somebody would come with some killer pictures.
Danny even said,
Yeah.
"Come on, guys. As much as I go on vacation, I would have definitely flown off the edge of the world already." No, there's no flat Earth, guys. Trust me on that. All right. Why do they keep bringing that up? I don't know. But there are people who actually believe that. I think there were some movie star actors who said, I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all,
Well, I have some on my Facebook.
Ryan, do you believe it?
Nope.
Yeah,
Solid
but why?
Why
you
not?
have a reason?
The same as you. There'd be a lot of cool pictures already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's 2017, so.
And plus, they can't fake all the pictures from space. I'm sorry, but there's millions of pictures from satellites and orbiters and what do they call it? Space station and
Yeah.
Gemini.
Well,
and,
NASA could
you know.
probably be hiding the truth too, you know.
Well, I mean, they could, but how? Like, I was looking at pictures that, what do they call it? The Viking. I mean, they sent it in the 70s, okay?
Oh, okay.
And it's way out there, and it's looking backwards, taking pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see the sun, the Earth, and the moon. And I mean, come on. I mean, how do they fake that?
Yeah, I agree.
Forever.
I mean, come on, you guys. You guys need a flat Earth thing needs to go away.
Yeah.
It's not. We're not flat, all right? Now, could it be a hollow Earth? Maybe. That's a different story.
That could be.
That's a different story. Now let's talk about the hollow Earth thing. Ken Gentry, who is a friend of ours, who is a spelunker, is the appropriate way of saying that.
Mother Earth.
He likes to go into caves. For those who don't know, we've had him on the show a couple times. He's definitely a Bigfoot believer. He has people. He helps in search and rescue for Fresno County Sheriffs, but now he moved up to Washington. He seems to think that there is a portal, a hole someplace here in the mountain ranges of the Sierras. And he, before we ever met him, he was well known all over the mountains. This guy is well known, dude. I mean, everybody knows who this guy is. They tell him everything, all the cool stories. Well, before I existed, when it came into paranormal, they went to him. And they told him that they would witness pterodactyls coming out of cliffs of certain areas of the mountain ranges here not too far, and would disappear and come out and blah, blah, blah. And the same goes for Bigfoots. Now, you guys are probably going, come on, Jeff, really? Pterodactyls, dude, really? We have newspaper clippings from the Los Angeles Times from the late 1800s where they actually had expeditions from Los Angeles come down to Selma, California to go hunt pterodactyls.
Yep.
That is the honest-to-God truth. Now, 8-9 years ago, I used to get calls like crazy down McCall Avenue between Jensen and Selma, the city of Selma, where people would witness large, leathery, flying creatures that resemble pterodactyls. And it's not, I mean, you know, we've got those calls all the time, dude. It's they don't know, they've never watched our show, they've never listened to us, they had no clue who we were. Just somebody told them, why don't you call Jeff on his hotline, tell him what you saw, and that's it, and they would do that. So it's like, it boggles the mind. People are witnessing pterodactyls. Really? It just blows me away. It blows me away. But that's happening. Remember, we showed you a picture not too long ago of the pterodactyl that was spotted over at Maple and Belmont Avenue. I still have that picture. We're trying to get the original so that Mickey Burrow, Fresno PD officer, can take it apart and make sure it's legit. And I'm pretty sure it's legit because I know the person who took it. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. It's just why at Maple and Belmont, but we've already told you about that. So, all right, I want to hear from you guys. It's time to call in with your stories.
Digger, call in about your track.
Somebody found a track?
Yeah, 20 by 10.
What?
20 by 10. 20 inches
Oh,
long
20 inches by 10.
by 10. That's huge.
Really?
Yeah.
Where did he spot that? Where did he
I
find
can't
it at?
remember where he said he was going. I remember him saying something about it a week ago.
So call in. Here's the phone number. 559-287-8367. 559-287-8367. The last four numbers represent the letters UFOS. I did that on purpose. I've had that phone line going on 14 years. That's why we get all of these cool calls coming in from people from all over the United States.
The Smith River, and he said, nah, he's not a talker.
Digger, call in, dude. Seriously. Come on. I want to hear you. 287-8367.
That's a Bigfoot track, not a Dogman track, right? Smith
So come on,
River.
you guys. Let's do it. Let's do
or.
this. Come
Smith
on, everybody.
River.
Let's go. I want to hit. Come on. Start calling in right now. 559. There's a delay, and that's why there's no call coming in. There's a delay. 559-287-8367. 559-287-8367 to call into Paranormal Central. I want to talk to you. I want to know where you're at. I want to know your story. Is it about a ghost, Bigfoot, monsters? I want to know what's going on in your life. So come on, let's do this. We haven't had a call-in like this in a long time, actually. A lot of people were embarrassed and afraid to call in, but you know what? Don't be embarrassed.
A lot of they have good stories, though.
People want
Really
to
good
hear
ones.
your story, and they're not going to make fun of you because the people who watch the show and listen to the show believe in this stuff. Well, some of them do. They just tune in to...
A lot of them have their own story, and they're not calling either.
No, they think it's... There's no way. There's just no way something like that would ever happen. Trust me, there's a lot of people that I know who has kept stories inside them for a long time.
I know some like
that
that too.
finally see what we're doing and actually are coming out and coming out of the closet,
Yeah.
sort of thing. You know?
And some of them we put on TV, and I thought they wouldn't go.
Right. I'm hoping this weekend we're going to go up to the mountains and we're going to recreate the whistling of Cheryl, of that incident. We're going to shoot that for TV. And Cheryl says she'll go ahead and go on live TV and tell the story. I believe RS, the producer, is going to get an actress to play her. Not much happened, but they're going to get somebody to play her. But Cheryl is going to talk and say, hey, this is where it happened, this is what I heard, blah, 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 and then they're going to, recreate it. So, all right, here we go. Santa Rosa, California.
That would be cool, Sock. I can't wait for that.
Santa Rosa, California, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hi, who's this?
Okay, I must have the wrong number.
No. This is Paranormal Central.
Okay. Yeah, this is Digger.
Hey, there
Digger,
you
what's
go,
up,
Digger,
man?
dude. Appreciate you calling in, man. You might want to lower that down.
Yeah.
You might want to lower your...
Good evening there, Jeff.
How's it
This
going,
is
man?
Digger.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
might...
this
You,
is
wait. You might want to lower your audio on your listening device because...
Okay, Jeff?
Yeah. Okay. Did you lower your volume on the other end?
Yeah, I just did.
Okay, awesome.
Cool,
All right,
man.
Digger. You're on the air, dude. What's up, man?
Okay. Naturally, my computer freezes. I can't even see what you're doing here. Hello,
Uh-oh.
Jeff?
Yeah, I'm here. You're here. You're on the air, dude.
Okay, yeah. The week of the heat wave, my youngest son and I went up to the Smith River in Northern California, east of Crescent City, and I used to hunt bear up there as a kid. I'm now almost 67, and we go up there and cover about an 80-mile stretch. And this year, on one of our side trails, because we hike skid roads, we ended up running into an area where my son first found two tracks that were roughly 16 inches. We went down the trail a little farther and found a tree that was bent at the base and wrapped through some other trees. The pictures are incredible. It's kind of neat. I actually ended up making a video out of this, sending it to a few people.
Sweet.
Did you send it to me?
And we also found right behind where the tree is bent a 20 by 10 track.
Wow.
Measured it out. I got photos. I can send you a few shots of them.
Absolutely.
If you'd like later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
for sure, man.
I've been going up there for about the last 5 years, and virtually every time I go up in this particular area, something always happens.
Very cool.
We even had in 13, we had one run through our campground on us.
Was it at nighttime?
Yeah, about 4 in the morning. There's only so many options that something can run large enough to shake at the top of a tent trailer
Right.
and mumble like somebody's talking.
Right. It's just like what we witnessed or happened to us.
The mumbling for sure, man.
Yeah.
Because that's
Yeah,
what we
it
hear
did the mumble
everywhere.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an area that's about 13 miles off the highway off of 199, and so there's generally not too many people up there. This last time, the heat was brutal up there. We were going through about 3 gallons of water a day.
Okay.
But we had a great time. The views are great, like I say. And we ran into this area because my son picked up a tree break and a big X. And so we said, well, let's go check it out. And it was actually, we went to the skid road above that and tried to come down to it. We never even made it to the big X. Because we spent almost 45 minutes worth just in that particular area. If you'd like, I could send you a DVD that I made up.
Send it to us, and then we'll play it for everybody on the air here.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't think with some of my words in there that it should be played on the air.
That's okay.
Because some of my reactions, but it's something that you guys could view yourselves and at least take a look at if you'd like.
Well, no, you have to understand. This is live stream. This is live stream and Facebook, man. Okay, this is not like TV. We're not going to use this for TV, but let me look at it, and we might use it for TV, but edit out your what the F?
Yeah, you'll guaranteed you'll have to.
All right.
Because it's all raw. I don't do any real editing other than cut out some periods of time where we're hiking.
Sure. That's understandable. Yeah, I would love it. So what I'll do is, are you on Facebook or?
No, I don't do Facebook.
Okay. Email Alan, or do you have Alan's email or my email or?
Yeah, I got your email, Jeff. I'll send you an email, and then you can just send me the address where to mail it to.
There you go. Perfect.
Perfect.
All right, dude. Appreciate it.
Man,
and
thanks for sharing that.
It wasn't hard coming on the air, was it?
20 by 10.
No, I've done this before. It's just that I just prefer to stay behind the scenes.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Understandable. All right, Digger. I appreciate it, man. And I'll send me that email tonight. Okay.
Okay, shall do.
Right on, dude. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
Man, 20 by 10, big.
That's big.
I mean, that's big. That's getting in the range of what?
What?
The one he showed us. You know.
God, why can't I remember? Moorhead.
Yeah, Ron.
Ron Moorhead.
He has that one. It's like 20 by 10.
Yeah, and he forgot when we interviewed him. He forgot to bring it down. It's like, oh, I wanted everybody to see that. It's like, crap. You guys should see this freaking footprint, dude. It's like, wow.
Well, we had it in one of the shows.
Yeah,
a while back.
The Crest Theater. Yeah, on the Live at the Crest.
But and I was like mesmerized. I was looking at this big old foot, like, oh my god.
Yeah.
If I would have seen what
Ryan is looking, and he's probably going, "You guys are smoking the crack."
Mm-hmm.
Every time I hear Bigfoot,
right?
I always think of the Bigfoot from Goofy movie.
Oh yeah.
So that's usually what I have in mind. But
Goofy movie, I have never seen that.
Oh, it's a funny one.
What is it?
All night the Bigfoot messes with them.
Let's just say Bigfoot's in it.
Yeah.
You gotta watch it.
Goofy. What is it?
Just Goofy movie.
Goofy movie. That's the name of it.
It's a classic. It's a Disney classic.
Yeah, his daddy takes him out, and they're trying to bond.
Yeah, and they go camping.
Yeah, and Bigfoot messes with them all night long.
Well, no, maybe I have seen it, and I just don't remember the name of it.
But think about it right now.
Okay.
If it's in a Disney movie, isn't that kind of weird in itself?
True, man.
Whoa.
Very true.
Well, you know what? They had that one.
If it's on Disney, it's true.
It's true. You know that documentary where they did a UFO documentary back in the 70s, and all of a sudden they aired it like a couple times, and all of a sudden, beep, it disappeared.
I just watched that like 2 weeks
It's on
ago.
YouTube, though.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube, right? So, okay, any more calls? Come on, bring it in. Come on, let's go. If Digger can call, you also can call. Don't be afraid. 559-287-8367. And I think we've already asked Ryan this, if you ever seen anything. I think you saw lights in the skies or something like that, right?
Yeah, I've seen the UFOs. Probably,
Yeah.
I think twice. One was pretty recent, though.
Okay. And here in Fresno?
Yeah, both times in Fresno.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where you get that feeling, and it's.
And you looked up because you had that feeling?
No, we were just looking at, in general, just like, I was with a friend, and we were outside in his backyard, just chilling.
Mm-hmm. Smoking anything?
We're just looking up cigarettes. Maybe. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, we were just chilling, and we're looking up, and there was like a pine tree in our sight, so we were watching this little thing of light kind of, we were using that pine tree as our like point of reference to see how fast it was going, to see if it could have been a satellite, and it was moving really slow, and then all of a sudden it was just gone.
Wow.
Like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was not a satellite.
I mean, common sense will tell you the maneuvers of these certain lights are not planes.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what planes and helicopters can do. Common sense tells you that just wasn't one of ours. Now
I seen that thing from Jimmy Church this morning, where the mountain opened up.
The cave thing.
Yeah. To me, it looks like it was already there, and it's just a shadow.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, part of it on the left broke off too. Yeah. So very well the weight of the snow could have just fallen off, and so I don't know. I don't.
He's the same one and they never proved it.
Malibu.
Yep. You had the big opening under the ocean.
Yeah, the underground base.
Yeah, they never proved that though.
No, because they didn't send anybody down there to go check. Because you have to have money first.
Yeah, a lot of money for that.
Yeah, a lot of money to get the right equipment to go down there and stuff. So, all right. I was just going to talk about something else. Okay. These triangle UFOs, like the one that's over, Ryan right now. Okay. They're supposedly called the TR-3B. I was doing some research, and supposedly those things have actually been seen back in the 40s and the 50s.
Yep.
Even earlier than that. So let's take that into consideration. If these triangles have been witnessed and documented back then, how could they be ours?
See, well, I think some are, but remember when James Fox was here, and at that time, and in fact I got another one too just the other day, of 5 mile wide or 1 to 5 mile wide triangles, huge, like 4 stories tall, and a mile or
so
2
we're
or
talking
3.
Well, that an aircraft carrier smaller than that.
Is that ours? Like I remember I was asking James Fox, like, where, if they're ours, where are they building them? And he was like, they're not ours because there is no place to build something 5 miles wide. But what if there really is? What if they've been putting them together up in space? What if we already been up there a long time?
What if we're already up there? We have a what is it called? A black space program.
Yeah, we do.
We already have one, guys. There's no doubt in my mind we have a black space program. NASA to me is just a front. That's all it is. That's why they stopped sending up the space shuttle, because it was just something to keep us occupied.
And it's like nothing. You notice that? Like, only I heard Mike Pence. Is that his name? The vice president?
Yeah.
He came out today and said that he wants to do some more manned space stuff. So, I mean, like today. So maybe they're going to make space great again. Yeah. It would be nice.
That would be cool. I think that would, the secret space program. Thank you, Darlene. Or they just want us to condition us to get us ready for the big thing that they're going to come out, and you know what I'm saying.
Something's happening, because, like, I think the veil is getting thinner, a lot thinner. Like, I've been getting people coming to me, and they don't want to be on TV or anything, but they're really having problems with the demon thing, like you were talking about earlier, and shadows and stuff like that. I mean, this is becoming rampant, and all around my neighborhood and in my family and everything. I mean, it's that close. You know?
So is it because it's all this evil that's happening? Is we're getting closer?
Yeah, we are. Yeah,
we're getting closer. For those who believe into the Bible, the last days, I believe they're just right around the corner. But what does right around the corner mean? It could be years and years and years still. There's things that in the Bible that still have to happen. All kinds of stuff. But we talked about this in detail a long time ago. But yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Like one of the last things already happened, okay, and that was the one that everybody was waiting for, and that was when Israel became a nation, and then the 6-Day War that united Jerusalem. I've been doing a lot of research on this, and things are like lately, the archaeology is digging up stuff that they said they didn't believe these people actually lived. Well, they've proven now, like 6 or 8 people now in the last 5 years that they said they were fiction. They're not fiction anymore. They even found coins with the dude's face on them. I think his name was David or something like that. So now they're it's like corroborating everything.
Everything's falling into place.
Yeah. And when Israel became a nation, it said that generation won't pass away. So that happened in 1948. So how much is a generation? That was like before I was born.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
But I know it says nobody knows the time either.
Right.
So.
Yeah. I mean, nobody knows the time. So, but there's a lot of stuff coming out that we talked about in movies and stuff that are like conditioning us and trying to tell us, dude, this is right around the corner.
Somebody even said that earlier when you were talking about it.
What's that? About
the demons and stuff like that. Where did they come from? Or, it's like, turn your TV on. Is the TV a portal? Like, you know what I mean? They make it, and then everybody turns their TV on, and they fly out of the TVs into everybody's house.
Now you're really getting... Woo!
Yeah. But I'm just saying, what is making them happen more?
I don't know. Well, that's like Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Remember Poltergeist?
Sucking the people in the TV.
I'm here. Mommy. Mommy. It's coming, Mommy. Don't go to the light. It's coming. Yeah. Gotta love those old movies. Those were the best movies, too.
My favorite one. Feed Me. Remember that one? Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, gee. That's not a scary movie. Come on.
I know, but it is good. I love that movie.
So, all right. You guys really, come on. I mean, last week when we had the subject of the DNA and the cells, you guys were calling in like crazy. You guys must have stories you guys want to spill your guts on. So come on, 287 area code 559-287-8367. Come on, let's call in and let me hear your stories. I know you guys have some, and you guys have probably called in before, but you know what? Call in anyways, because a lot of people, we're getting new followers all the time, and people don't realize they might go onto YouTube and might find 150, 200 videos there, but we've been doing this longer than that. And Alan was just telling me when he walked in the door that he has old hard drives and old computers that he's going in, and just by luck, we were saving these these shows on there, and they're still on there. So he's finding some older ones, and he's pulling them out and loading them onto YouTube. So for you guys who have never seen the older ones, we had some really good ones. There's some really good ones out there, guys.
Well, I was going to put one. I found 3. I think they were in 2012, and they.
Oh, we got a call coming.
It's just you sitting there, but only you could hear me talking every once in a while.
You're on the phone. Who's this? Georgia?
Yeah, this is John Barfield.
Hey, John, how's it going? Oh, Barfield, how's it going, dude?
Pretty good.
Jonathan Barfield, right?
Right.
Right on, dude. And you're calling us from where?
Georgia.
Thomasville, Georgia.
Right on. So what do you got?
I had a question for you. You know, because your wife's going to have that reenactment done of the Bigfoot whistle.
Right.
And I was just curious as to, because the one that me and my wife heard, it sounded kind of like, you know, like when they have them turbos and when the blow-off valve kind of goes off, it sounds something kind of similar to that. Because we experienced 3 of those, because there was one in front of us and one behind us and one to the side of us. And every time they would whistle, it would come in a little closer. And the closer they came in, you know, the dogs that we had in the vehicle, they was just going crazy.
Wow.
And I was just wondering what hers
Do you
Bigfoot sound made that she heard.
To her, it sounded like my son whistling. Now, check this out. When we arrived there, my son was whistling. Mm-hmm. Okay. And it's a habit at that time. He was just whistling. So we think the Bigfoot, that there was one watching us close by, and he was listening to my son whistle, and he was able to reproduce that exact whistle. And that's what the Bigfoot did when it was whistling at my wife, thinking that it was my son, and trying to to get her to walk over to the tree line, and she didn't do it, which was very, very smart of her not to. And then afterward, that's when we walked in from the other side with my son, and she goes, "Christian, weren't you over there whistling at me?" And, "No, I was over there with Dad." Nope. And then she got real sick. So, yeah, I mean, for the Bigfoots to be whistling at you and your wife and all 3 sides, man, they were surrounding you, dude. Sounded like.
Yeah, because where this place was, it was a dumpster that, you know, we frequent, and because it was like, I think it was like 11:30, 12 o'clock, you know, because we like going when ain't nobody around, you know, and because we was there by ourselves, and because when we got there, you know how it is. Sometimes you go into a place and you have that kind of uneasy feeling like something's not quite right.
Oh yeah.
You know, kind of had that feeling like something's just off a little bit. So, you know, but we ignored it. Because we like to ride around to the dumps and stuff, just something, just, you know. And when I first started hearing the whistles, my wife thought it was a car. I'm like, babe, you know, it's like 10 o'clock in the morning. There's no other car out here in the middle of nowhere except for us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the one from behind and to my left, those were woods on either side for miles. So,
right.
You know,
and you common sense. Again, we're using common sense. You know what a car sounds like. I mean, when you hear something like that, you're going to try to debunk it right off the bat. And if you're out in the middle of freaking nowhere and it's a mechanical sound, well, then you know that's not what it is. You know, we talked about it a couple of weeks ago that we think Bigfoots can reproduce any type of sound they want, even mechanical sounds. I remember we had, matter of fact, it was Ron Moorhead. He stated that he's up, you know, at 10,000 feet elevation, horseback. You have to get in by horseback. And while they were up there in the middle of the night, they heard car door slams and mechanical sounds. But there's only one problem. There isn't a car for probably 50 miles. So what did they just hear? So something reproduced that sound. And they think that it was those Bigfoots doing that. Or there was a UFO kicking it someplace and it was invisible. I don't know. So, but yeah, I think you, it was definitely a Bigfoot. Definitely. No. All right.
But these, because in this particular area, that's really close to my house where that happened.
Uh-huh.
And we've seen a couple of things. Excuse me. But now we've seen something when my wife, I had told you one time before, the one that we spotted, you know, beside the road. You know, like 2 months prior to that, I believe it was like October or late September, somewhere along in there. We seen, now to me, my first impression, what I seen, to me it kind of looked like a moose, but here in South Georgia, we don't have any moose.
Right.
And whatever this was, I mean, it was massive. I've seen Clydesdales and Belgium type horses and stuff, and this thing it's bigger than either one of them.
So what do you think? What did you?
Huh?
I was gonna say, what did you think you saw then?
It's, to me, it kind of, because what throws it off is, if I had it to say, I'd say a moose, but there's no moose down here.
Right.
This thing came out from, like, because it was pretty close to the airport. It was coming from the far side. It come out of the ditch. It come out of the ditch, went across the highway and into the woods to the left of us.
Huh.
And but I don't know if it's maybe the skin kind of flopped up over its head, kind of made it look like it kind of had like antler type bills. But there was another car out there that was in front of us that had passed us. And just as soon as he passed us, I mean, it wasn't less than a minute. That thing popped out. I mean, right in front of that car, and it had to lock up its brakes to keep from hitting it, because that thing jumped out right in front of that car.
Wow.
You know, I'll never forget it. It was a 80. I'd say that car was a 87 or 88 Pontiac J 2000 gray color car, and I believe it had looked like Indiana plates. You know, because when you got like out of town plates, you know, something like Indiana, you kind of notice it.
Right.
Know?
Right.
But,
now we went to our family had a vacation. We went to Mount Shasta about 4 years ago, and we went and we met somebody who wrote a book up there who lives right in that area, and he took us to the base of the mountain. Actually, we went up to as far as you can go to Mount Shasta with the vehicle, but he says that him and his son were driving around this corner where we stayed in our fifth wheel, and they witnessed a bunch of animals running as if he was watching a movie, you know, through this grass, and he noticed they were all dinosaurs. And then they all of a sudden came and they became visible, was running, and then all of a sudden disappeared, just, you know, as they were running. Like, what the hell did we just see? Like, you know, it was another. They came out of another dimension, and then we're running through a portal, and all of a sudden they were able to see it, and all of a sudden they disappeared, running into the distance. You know, so maybe you saw an animal come out of a portal of some type, and that's what you witnessed. Because obviously, there's no way that you can say that it was a horse or large horse or a camel. You know, any animal that big just doesn't exist where you live. So now you have.
See, that's the other thing about this thing is not only was it big, it was fast. I mean, it was quick.
Right.
You know, if that was a horse, I'd put a saddle on him and I'd win every race. I mean, this thing was lightning quick.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, you can blink your eye like maybe 15, 20 times and it was gone. It took, for a 3-lane highway, it didn't take but maybe 3 good steps to go from the ditch to the other side of the road.
And it had.
I mean, it was.
And it had 4 legs on it, like a moose.
Yeah, it was on 4 legs. Yeah.
Okay. See, it's not a bit. Well, shit. Well, hold on now. What if it was a Bigfoot running on all 4s?
It could.
And it was that big.
It could.
Did you ever think about that? It was a Bigfoot running on all 4s?
You know, that's possible, but you know, now I know there's a big one in this area because it was like in December of that same year. My wife saw one right there on the same road, but on the opposite side, right where Gatling Creek and 122 intersects, it's like when you come up to Gatling Creek, it dead ends into 122, and because when we was right there, because it's like in a little holler right there, a little low line area, and because I was in the car, but I was looking at something to my right. There was a guy walking down the street, and he looked familiar, so I was looking at him. And my wife, she was looking straight ahead, and she was looking at it. I didn't get to see that, like maybe a glance, just a few seconds, just a glance at it. But my wife got to look at it for a while, because she was waiting on like cars and stuff to go by, and this thing didn't care that it was real close to the highway, cars going by or nothing.
Right.
It was a bull of the woods.
You know what? To me, it could be two things, and I'm gonna say either something came out of a portal and you witnessed something that just by luck, or it was a Bigfoot running on all fours, and it was a very
out of a portal
and a very, very large Bigfoot at that. Because you have to remember. There are very large Bigfoots, and they have gone up. What is the elevation where you saw this thing at?
This right here, it's right at sea level.
Oh, so okay.
So we're pretty close to the Gulf.
Okay.
And we got like little hill type things, no more than maybe about 300 feet, 400, but nothing real big. But we got a lot of like swamp land. There's a swamp that goes. I forgot the name of it, but it comes from like Thomasville and it runs down into Florida and stuff. I'm trying to think of the name of that swamp.
Right.
But where we seen that one in the area where we seen that one run across, and the other activity was a place called Lost Creek Forest or something like that.
Yeah, I do.
They have the Rougarou down there. It's like a dog man type.
Yeah, now you're talking werewolf, dog man. Yeah,
I don't even want to talk about no dog man. Come on now.
Why? Why don't you?
I don't want to. I don't want. I don't want to come up on nothing like that.
Me either.
Yeah,
the only thing I know to do is just start praying.
Yeah.
Bigfoots, we get a lot of calls on. Dogman. Now, if you were watching our show not too long ago, a werewolf, we got one call on the werewolf down here, east of Sanger, they saw something, and they were telling the truth on this too. So I don't know. All right, Jay, I'm gonna let you go, man. Appreciate you calling in, and let us know if you see anything else out there. All right.
Okay.
All right, appreciate it. See ya.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, good evening.
You too. Thanks.
Like when he was saying it looked like maybe it had antlers. Over the years of taking reports from people, one of the things that the Bigfoots do. Well, I never seen it, but I've been told, and I've been told by First Nation people as well, that sometimes they wear the skin of the animals, right? So what if it took the antlers and the skin and was wearing it, and running on all fours? You know what I mean? So
maybe it was camouflaging itself, and maybe it was trying to hunt also.
Yeah.
Dude, that's an excellent freaking idea. Did you hear that, James Barfield? Maybe it was. Hey, there you go. I mean, I'm gonna say that it very well could have been a Bigfoot. And it was camouflaging itself using the hide and the antlers of a elk, a deer.
Just like that one. I know a lot of people don't believe in him, but only.
Okay, here comes the wife. Hold on. What you got?
The kid was never whistling that day.
Huh?
The kid was never whistling that day. He just confirmed with me in there. That day we were up in the mountains, he never whistled.
Okay.
I just assumed it was him whistling.
Oh, okay.
And it was Ice Age animals running, not dinosaurs.
Ice Age? Oh, Ice Age animals.
Ice Age animals.
Okay, I goofed.
The book is right here.
Ice Age animals is what the guy from Shasta witnessed running across the field near Mount Shasta.
You mean like mammoths, woolly mammoths?
Yeah. I don't think it's there.
Yeah, here it is.
Let me see. Oh, the Mount Shasta book. Okay.
I have it tabbed.
So, but this is the book that we got from him.
And remember, you're a nice guy.
Yeah. So, Mount Shasta
Didn't we
sightings.
interview
Look at-
him also?
Yeah, by
Yeah.
telephone. Remember that he had that crazy laugh.
Yeah.
He had that crazy laugh. We were just cracking up. He wrote this book. You got to remember, this was a long time ago. I don't even remember his name. I'm gonna see if I can pull up his name right here. But it's right in front, Jeff. Brian David Wallenstein.
Yeah.
Mount Shasta sightings. This is a big ass thick book, you guys. Look at how
It
big
is
this.
big.
Look at how big this book is. It is pages. It is 618,
And little words.
and he has gone through and okay. Well, this has actually locations around California and the West Coast and Big Sur and stuff like this. But Mount Shasta, he's a Mount Shasta guy, and yeah, if you want to get the book called Mount Shasta Sightings, it says a local and regional chronology of UFO sightings and more by Brian David Wallenstein. And it's a big book, 618 pages, and there you go. So, and I mean, it's a big book. Right, I'll put that away over here. I don't know where I put it. The big book. All right. Okay, so anybody else going to call in? What time is it? The time is
8:23.
What? Oh, that's right. We're going 2 hours. That's good. Get me. So we're going to 9 o'clock. All right. I was going to talk about something too right now. Doggone it. What was it? Shoot. Okay. Again, the phone number is 559-287-8367. 8367. The last four numbers represent UFOS. Excuse me. All right. So next week, today actually I was hoping to have gotten in those two retired sheriff's officers, but they gave me a date of a couple of weeks from now. So we'll get them back in here and for them to finish their story. I'm still also working on a couple of other things. Hey, let's talk about the mummies that were found. I want to say Peru. The one that Jaime Maussan is brought to people's attention, and now 3 other ones or 5 other ones have now been brought to people's attention. I haven't heard much on it at this point. Some people are saying they're hoaxes. I don't know. I'm not going to say yes or nay on that until. Who can come out to confirm something like this? I mean, you just can't have the top scientist, because they're not going to touch us with a 10-foot pole, for one thing.
Some of them are, and they're doing MRIs, and they only, like, this last one that the little one,
Right.
okay,
Mhm.
that one, they say it's not a fake. I mean, the scientists are saying it's not a fake.
But what scientist? What scientists are you talking about?
They're regular
From Peru, from Mexico, or what?
from here.
So-
Anatomist, is that how you say it?
So they actually went over there and did the testing and brought the DNA and everything over to here?
They even brought the DNA. They took an organ out, an organ, right?
Right.
And checked the DNA, and the DNA came back kind of human, but not all the way human.
Okay, so if that's the case, wouldn't you think it would be front paper news
You would think.
all around the world? CNN, Fox, MSNBC would all be carrying it, but why aren't they? If that's the case.
At one point, one scientist, like the ones that they measure bones and stuff, and they figured out ages. They do what Mickey Burrow does, but only if they just get bones and they take them to what they call forensic archaeologists.
Okay.
Okay. these guys are looking at the bones of this little thing, and they're saying that it was 8 years old. So that means it was born, alive, and lived till 8 years old.
And then it died.
Yeah, and they don't know how it died. They don't know what killed it, but it was 8 years. They estimate by the way the bones are coming together in the cartilage and stuff that it's 8 years old. It was like, dang, really? Like, how big was it when it was born?
Because it was only that small, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it was like that big.
Yeah. So it
Like
it
an
was.
ant.
So it was. Right. So I remember witnessing it on the table or watching it on YouTube on a video. It was like this big maybe, and it was 8 years old. If it's that big, I don't know.
I wonder how big they get.
Whatever it is. So yeah, I mean, at this point in time, I'm trying to confirm with some people that so we can get some people on the air or on Skype in here. And I'm not gonna tell you who, but trying to make all this happen, and it's kind of hard because it's from other countries, continents. But anyways, I can't tell you who it is at this time. But all right, yeah, CNN won't talk about anything but Russia.
No, they won't. Sadly.
I know. So, all right. So let me go on Facebook really quick and see what we got going here. Still, if you want to call in, man, don't be scared. We're not gonna do anything to you. Just go ahead and call in, and that way we can go ahead and I want to listen to your. I want to know what's going on with you guys. Come on, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. So, all right.
Well, I want to make a prediction. I predict that this coming year is going to be, we're going to get a lot more of those demon call things. Just by the kind of things that I'm getting, told recently and stuff like that. I predict that that's going to really step up. A lot.
Well, pretty scary to think about it, though. So what is coming around the corner? Let's talk about why is Montana, Yellowstone, all of a sudden get, all these earthquakes happening. Remember, last year, they were really hyping up FEMA, prepping, all that around Yellowstone, weren't they? I mean, that's all we heard was what if Yellowstone blew, and they actually came out with graphics on the United States, the map, where if it blew, the ash would cover what states, and luckily for us here, we would be okay, because the wind current goes from northwest to southeast. But I remember when the Washington Mount St. Helens blew, we could see it from here. That was awesome. I mean, we could see it here.
You could see when Mount St. Helens blew when you lived here?
We could see the smoke from here.
Oh, really?
Didn't you remember seeing that?
I lived up there.
Oh yeah, we saw it here.
Because we lived south of it. It was in Washington, I think. And we lived in southern Oregon, and we still got covered. It was like snow. The ash came in, and I mean, it covered everything like snow.
It did. No, I saw it here. I could look over there and see like an atomic bomb blowing up.
Wow.
Oh yeah, you betcha.
Dang, maybe the Earth is flat.
Dun 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 dun.
No, because I know it was 50 or 60 miles into the sky.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, we could see it, and I remember watching coming because I actually lived in LA at the time, and I couldn't see it from LA, but when I would come home and I come down the 99, I could see it, and I remember witnessing the fire personnel and their trucks and their bulldozers and all that driving down the 99 towards that area, But yeah,
like the last. Have you noticed the moon the last couple of nights?
Uh-uh.
I want to do a sky watch, so all the people local here, get in touch with me on Facebook. Maybe this week we could do a sky watch. It's beautiful in the middle of the night, but because of all the fires, the moon is orange almost all night, and it's a full moon right now too. It's beautiful. So if you guys, want, go outside around 10 and look out. It's beautiful orange moon, and the sunsets have been spectacular too,
Right.
due to the fires. It's burning everywhere.
Well, we were just they mentioned about the Morro Bay. We were in Morro Bay, and my mother-in-law's house back is a hillside, and she lives right off the one. Lucky us. And I was waking up at 11 o'clock at night, and I was on the couch, and my wife came in. Wake up, there's a fire. I'm all, what? And I looked out the back patio, and sure enough, the back hillside was on fire. It's like, damn. So I was out there with the water hose, and luckily the fire department was able to knock it out. But it was them damn Chinese candles, lanterns, I mean, that got this going. So,
Like, does she live like right on the beach? Is that why it caught on fire? Or?
oh my God, they did a story on it's okay. The Monty Torres, I contacted Monty Torres and Liz Gonzalez from Fox, and I told them that my cousin's grandma was the one who lifted up her top, and I'm looking at it right now, and Fox 26 an hour ago goes, must see the rally granny who pumped up the Los Angeles Dodgers crowd this past weekend has family in the valley. So they're going to do a story on her. It was funny because my cousin Jenna goes, I'm so embarrassed right now. she's a wild lady, let me tell you. It's okay. Well, this is funny. Oh my God. So for those who want to read the story, it's on Fox 26 right now on Facebook. And so I don't know if they're going to have her, their daughter-in-law. Sorry, Jenna. I had to do it.
Could you imagine if Mount Rainier blew up? Oh, my God. Like, isn't that like all Portland or Seattle? I mean, there's like a ton of people living around that one. It's almost like Vesuvius. There's so many people. That one would be scary.
All right. Any calls? Anybody want to call? I had a lot of stories here, but for some reason, I lost them because I pushed them over. When I do stories, I like to send them over to my message on my Facebook. But for some reasons, sometimes they work and sometimes they don't, and I lose them because I go searching, for stories. Excuse me. Hold on here. All right. So next week we're gonna go back to our regular time, which is Sunday at 8 o'clock. Sorry, Sunday at 6 o'clock. Hopefully I will have a guest, so we can talk to this person. And like I said, today I didn't really bring in a guest because it was a Monday, and I was afraid that a lot of people were not going to catch on the moving from Sunday to Monday. And when I bring in guests, I want to bring them in on the regular times on Sundays, because that's when, I've been doing that for 10 years, and I don't want for that guest to lose out on any of our friends and watchers all around the world. And I don't want them, even though they can go back and watch the show.
Did you mention you're going to talk about exorcisms?
Well, it's just the story was that there's been a lot of people asking for exorcisms because of what's happening. There's a lot of people are saying that their loved ones are possessed, and they're like asking for assistance. For us, we tell them what to do, and it's mostly businesses and homes. It's not persons per se that are possessed. Lucky for us, because we're able to tell them how to do it, and they can do it.
I know the Catholics just came out with a big thing on exorcism just only 2 days ago.
What did they say?
They said it's on the rise, definitely on the rise, and they also said don't play. That it's not a.
Don't play with.
Yeah,
if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what you're doing, then leave it alone.
Don't play, because they're dangerous. And the guy said it. I guess like in his lifetime, he only seen 3 of these certain things, and then just in the last few years, he's seen like 10. So everything is a lot more. And that goes with what I've been hearing too. I mean, man, people are coming to me and asking me, these things are mean, man. They're like grabbing them and slamming them up against the wall, or jumping on them and choking him out in bed. I mean, it's getting bad, real bad.
Somebody just mentioned Ouija boards. I think it was Cindy, but I'm not sure. I get a lot of calls. Majority of my calls that I get, before I have them tell me what's going on, I let them talk a little bit, then I stop them and I say, all right, have you ever messed with a Ouija board? And then it would be complete silence, and then they would say yes. And then I would ask them how long ago, and they could tell me that it was recently or a long time ago, and they've always had this thing following them. And I say, well, there's your answer right there. That's the reason why you have these problems. Ouija boards are not a toy. For those people who don't believe in them, well then fine, go buy one and mess with it. If you don't believe, what we're telling you, they're not toys. I just find it troubling that we know what they are, we know what they do, but yet you can go to frickin' Toys R Us and Target and buy them for your kids. You can go to Amazon.com right now, type in Ouija board, toy, board game, or whatever, and you can buy it. Just like that. To me, it sounds like the people in charge want you to open up something and let it in. Because that's what the whole thing is about. It's a race for them now, since we're getting closer to the end. They need to gather up as many souls as they can, okay? Because it's before the end days. Because once that day hits, there's no turning back for those who believe in good and evil. And it's going to be that fight between good and evil. So I believe that this Ouija board thing now, toys, they're trying to grab the young ones, man. I mean, because they're so naive. They don't know what it is. They think it's a game. It's not a game. So
you can even buy pink ones.
Oh yeah, well yeah,
Barbie.
And that's the reason why they do it, is to attract the younger girls as well. So don't, they're not toys, guys. Don't buy. I'm just telling you right now, from a friend, as a friend, don't mess with them. Because I don't know how you can get rid of whatever it is once you open that door, to be honest. Because I've had a lot of people come in and call me on the phone. I tell them what we usually tell them how to do, and it don't work. And so I don't know if there's something going on with the Ouija board that they open and they can't just completely close the door. I don't know.
It doesn't always work if they don't have faith.
Yeah.
Like if they already don't believe in Jesus,
right,
it don't work, because they have to be like believe in Jesus. If they don't believe in him, then they're owned by the devil, so they can't do it, because their allegiance is with the other side already.
Right.
And you know what really sucks is when you're born, you're automatically born on the other side. You have to make a what do they call it, a conscious choice when you get older. And if you don't make the conscious choice, you're owned by the other side.
A lot of people say that you don't believe, all right, and that's fine. But what if you're wrong?
Right.
What if you are wrong? You cannot go back and change the past. Just think of that. Just what if you're wrong? All right. What if you don't believe in God and you might not believe in God, but there's definitely something higher up there. I can tell you that right now. I mean, it's just not us out there in the universe. That's just stupid to think that. The question is, what made all of us? And this is going back to Men in Black.
Well, there's also reports of angels, right? There isn't just reports of a lot more demons. There's reports of angels. Like, people say they were gonna, T-bone this car, and it was like a hand They actually see the hand out of nowhere, and all they can see is the wrist and the hand, and it grabs the car and moves it over, and it keeps it from hitting. I mean, a lot of stories. I've been hearing angel stories.
Right.
You know,
Right.
back when this was like 1987. This teacher that I knew was blind, and we prayed for her and watched her eyes grow back in her head. I mean, from no eyes to perfect blue eyes. And that changed my whole paradigm of what I believe, you know, the rest of my life. I mean, you can't watch something like that and then walk away saying, oh, there's no God, you know. And why would the devil give her eyes if the devil did it, you know? So I know it wasn't that. He'd rather take your eyes out than put them back.
I agree. All right. You know, it's weird, but I haven't received any UFO calls lately.
I've been getting a lot of reports of them, people talking about them, but I haven't. In fact, I just got one the other night, and it was family, and they said that, and I was blaming it on the space station.
Mm-hmm.
But then I didn't let them finish. I mean, it was a space station all the way until it zoomed straight up in space and disappeared. Otherwise, it would have been a space station.
That wasn't
to
a
me.
space station.
Right, yeah. But they were describing the space station at first. It was going across.
Right. Then it stopped, and it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, whoops. I guess that isn't the space station.
Nope, it isn't.
And it was orange.
I was talking about too, and I forgot what it was. Doggone it. All right. No calls, huh? Okay. Yeah, I wasn't prepared today because I just got in from Morro Bay last night, and I was pooped, and I couldn't prepare anything, and I thought I was gonna have the 2 sheriff's officers in tonight, so that's why and then they said they couldn't make it. So I'm all great. Then I just got off work a couple hours ago, so it's like crapola.
And it was hot.
Yeah.
104.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be 100 and upper hundreds and 104, 105, 106 the rest of the week. So
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, well, man, it's like only been the 90s a couple of times. Been cooking over here.
Yeah, it has, most definitely. So let me go back into my feed real quick and see if anything came up. So stand by.
So
If
we only
not-
have like 15 minutes anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
8:44.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that late already. So stand by.
Yeah, I'm actually waiting. Like I've been doing all this research on fallen angels and Nephilim, and are they coming back? And what got me going was the X-Men. Okay, the X-Men and all that, because they recently, when I was talking about archaeology, recently they just dug up some old documents. I think they're on stone, and it took them, a year or so to figure out what they say, and they're talking about fallen angels, these things, and it says that the Greeks, is that what they are? The Greeks, the ones with the Mount Olympus and the Greek gods and all that. This document actually says that it's not myth, it's real. They based the stories of these their gods, the Thor and Zeus and all them. They're based on they're real people. And then after they died, then they worshipped them. And my question at first was, if they died, they're not really gods, right? Because gods don't die. In fact, even the main god had his eye put out. So he only had one eye. So if he only had one eye, that means he's not a god?
Cyclops.
Yeah. So, but all of them, and then in Genesis, in the book of Genesis, they don't talk about demons or anything.
Chris Drake is commenting on your demon, on your shirt, because we're talking about demons, and they're looking at your shirt, and it goes, "Is that a demon shirt?" Because you really can't zoom into it like that, so we don't know what it is. So Actually, your shirt is friends of yours who are in bands and stuff, right?
Oh yeah. So this shirt is for a band called La Nina, which is my friend Erica's band.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing at Fuss Fest in downtown.
Where?
It's called Fuss Fest. So I know that's a cool little festival that's happening. Totally change of topic, but
Somebody just mentioned it right
But
now.
what's
so.
a fuzz fest?
it's next week. It's a festival and it's all like female bands, female artists, just to go support. So
That
should
sounds
be
like
pretty cool.
fun.
It's at the thrift store in downtown called Yoshi now.
Oh, okay.
What? Yoshino's?
Yoshi now. So it's a thrift store downtown. It's like
Yeah.
a little south of Chuck Chansey Park, around that area.
Yeah. Oh, I know. So he's gonna be out in the parking lot then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Should be pretty cool.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I go. Where do you think I got all my
Like all
furniture
this
from?
stuff came
Hey,
from there.
There you go.
I got my. This is where I get all my furniture from. Yoshi's. Not that one, but the one over there north, because there's a bigger one, a warehouse, in the old Nabisco building, on G Street or whatever. That's where I got all this equipment. But anyway,
Yeah.
I got something came up here. Movie stars, actors, or rock stars that have seen UFOs. Number 18 is William Shatner. Believe it or not, Mr. Sci-Fi himself said that he saw something in the sky, UFO hovering, blah blah blah. Number 17, Mick Jagger. He said he was camping. Now, I would have never thought in a million years Mr. Mick Jagger would be camping, but the story goes that one night while camping in the UK, fellow British singer-songwriter and main squeeze Marina faithful Mick Jagger saw a glowing, elongated spaceship. Jagger was moved by the subsequently installed. What? Wait a minute. Jagger was moved by this, that he had installed a UFO detector on the grounds of his home, which would go off any time he stepped out of the house. He had a second visit from these aliens a year later, when they showed up and supposedly flew over the Stones' Ultima concert. Now there are three possible explanations for these sightings. First off, they could simply be made up. Second, they could have actually taken place and aliens are bigger Rolling Stones than we realize. Or Jagger may have just had some illicit substance in the system. And I was going to say drugs, but didn't know that. John Lennon, number 16. I don't know. Okay, well, Fran Drescher? She's the one with that weird voice. Fran Dresser. I can't pronounce the last name. I remember her. She had she has a small scar. She said she was abducted, and she actually has a small scar to prove it. Number 14, Muhammad Ali actually had an encounter with a UFO. Olivia Newton-John also came out as a believer. John Travolta as well. Number 11, Robbie Williams, and that is my wife's on his list of boyfriends. He's a rock star from the UK, very, very big. He witnessed also a UFO and wrote a song about it, as a matter of fact. Number 10 is Elvis Presley. Had a UFO sighting and came out and talked about it. Number 9, Sammy Hagar. Sammy Hagar's pretty. He's not quiet about his abduction or sighting. As a matter of fact, you can go to YouTube, type in Sammy Hagar UFO sighting, and he's on his tour bus, and somebody's interviewing him, and he spills his guts about it. Go to Google, go to YouTube when you get a chance, and watch him talk about his UFO experience. He's not embarrassed about it either.
Yeah, we should have him as a guest.
One of these days. Jimmy Carter, and that's pretty self-explanatory. I think he was in his airplane flying, and he saw a UFO. That's pretty much well known.
Did you see the man? I looked all over for that one video. That's what I was looking for.
What's that?
The one where the big UFO showed up, and then the little ones came out, and then their airplane was parked. I'm still looking for that.
Oh, that one.
If I find that, I'm gonna cut the front and the back off of it, and I will load that.
Cool.
I did find the pictures. If you go on Paranormal Central like page, I found the pictures of the lights. Did you see that where I posted those?
the from up the mountain from David? Yeah. I actually saved those. So once we can get, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the screen somewhere so I can zoom in on the screen so we can show videos, and then I'll do that hopefully next week.
I mean, it even has the timestamp and everything. So I mean, like something at 12:02 in the morning,
People are gonna say, "Oh, something with a headlamp or whatever," but
it's not a headlamp.
No. So okay, let's get back to the. We're almost done here. Number 6, Russell Crowe. Said that in Australia he actually witnessed something as well. Shirley MacLaine, I would love to get her on one of these days when we get a budget to get her. Shirley MacLaine, if you have never seen her movie called Out on a Limb, I've talked about this many years ago. It's a very long movie. It's like 4 or 5 hours long. It's on YouTube. All right. I saw this movie back in the late 80s, early 90s. Shirley MacLaine has been visited for a long time.
She says God's a woman.
That I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Okay. But go and see her movie. I actually watched it again like last year. It's on YouTube. It's very grainy, because it's an old movie. All right. When I say old, I'm talking about 80s. But it's the first half of the movie is very slow, but it starts to get exciting at the very end. But you watch it all. Shirley MacLaine is into this stuff, guys, big time. She has written books on this stuff as well. She is into meditation. She's into time travel. She's into UFOs, aliens, the pyramid. She's into all of that. Trust me, Google Shirley MacLaine and do some research on her. You will dig her stuff. Another one is David Bowie. Let's see what David Bowie has to say. Loving the Alien. He wrote a song called Loving the Alien. There's got to be a reason for that. He also witnessed spaceships in his life, and his story, interestingly, matches many others. This article, Bowie states that the UFO would simply hover in the sky until he focused on them, at which point they would shoot away into the sky. Bowie died in January of 2016. Blah, blah, blah.
What about they wrote here, Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd, it's a wonder why he's not on this list, huh?
Yeah.
He witnessed something as well. I mean, he's definitely a believer. Matter of fact, Dan Aykroyd came out with a TV show series in the 90s called The Psi Factor. I don't know. It's on YouTube. I believe it's called The Psi Factor. P as in Paul, S as in Sam, I as in idiot. Psi Factor. Dan Aykroyd narrates this. What it is, it's sort of like an X-Files. What it is, it's a university, almost like the Ghostbusters. Holy crap! But these guys are legit scientists, and they're from a university, and when they get reports of supernatural, paranormal stuff happening around the United States and around the world, and I think they get notified by the FBI. And they get sent out to investigate, and Dan Aykroyd narrates the beginning and at the end, and supposedly these are all true stories. It was one of my I remember the story because series. I used to watch it all the time. Great series called The Psi Factor, PSI. Go watch it on YouTube. It's on there. It's somewhere in there. You can just Google it and watch it. You guys will dig it. If you dig the X-Files, you will dig this. Trust me. All right, guys? All right, you know what? I think we're pretty much done. We got like 5 minutes left, but I'm going to go ahead and just have Ryan take us out. We are done here, guys. I appreciate it. Now, I'm sorry that I wasn't that organized because, like I said, I just got back in last night, and I thought I was going to have the 2 sheriff's officers in tonight, but we did not have them. So next week, I will be more prepared. Trust me, I will. So for Jeffrey Gonzalez, Alan Thomas, and Ryan Bardelis, better known as... Are you going to be playing anytime soon anywhere?
Just here for now.
Okay.
Until someone else out there emails me. Some lady actually emailed me looking for a CD.
Oh, right on. Okay. Now,
We'll get there.
You just put up 1 minute, 2 minute snippets of your music on YouTube and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, I do home recordings and stuff for myself.
All right.
So far, everybody's loving it. I mean, last week They were ripping us.
Yeah,
but-
and because we didn't have the volume set. I wasn't,
Yeah.
it was just chaos last
Well,
week.
yeah, everyone's been nice online and stuff. So
Yeah.
thank you.
So
They,
right
they
on.
even said that some of them are going to sleep.
Oh, that's not what we want, but so all right. Appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you guys next week. You guys take care. See ya.
Bye, y'all.